In this video, we are going over the new top 3 meta loadouts here in Black Ops 7 Warzone. So first up here, as far as perks and equipment goes, I pretty much use this as the exact same setup on all my loadouts. For the tactical equipment we use the stim shot, and for the lethal equipment we use the combat axe. Perk 1 Mountaineer, Perk 2 Sprinter, Perk 3 Adaptive. Now let's start with my number 3. We use the Maddox RFB combined with the Kogo 7. On the Maddox we use the EAM XL Reflex Optic. For our second attachment we have the Monolithic Suppressor. For our third attachment we have the 19 inches Virtuous Op barrel. For our fourth attachment we have the Billing Extended Mag. And for our final attachment we have the Furrow Control Stock. On the Kogo we got the Hawker Series 45. For our second attachment we have the 10.2 TZ Incisor barrel. For our third attachment we have the VAS Driftlock foregrip. For our fourth attachment we have the Vex Expanse mag. And for our final attachment we have the Targil Orbiter stock. Now that you have seen the gameplay, let's move on to my number 2. Next up here, we have the AK-27 and the Sturmwolf 45. On the AK-27, we also use the EAM XL Reflex Optic. For our second attachment, we have the Monolithic Suppressor. For our third attachment, we have the 17.6 Vandal Heavy Barrel. For our fourth attachment, we have the Saber Pack Heavy Drum. And for our final attachment, we have the Pugil Heavy Stock. On the Sturmwolf, we got the 14.8 inches Perigee barrel. For our second attachment, we have the Envoy foregrip. For our third attachment, we have the Extended Mag 1. For our fourth attachment, we have the Cellini Rover grip. And for our final attachment, we have the Itinerant Light Stock. After the gameplay of the AK-27 and the Sturmwolf, I will show you now my number 1 meta loadout for Warzone. We will use the M15 and the Razor 9mm. On the M15 we also use the EAM XL Reflex Optic, because I like this optic really much. You can of course play a optic of your choice. For our second attachment we have the monolithic suppressor. For our third attachment we have the 16 inches reticulated barrel. For our fourth attachment we have the bow and bulwark mag. And for our final attachment we have the bow and linchpin stock. On the Razor we got the red well shade X suppressor. For our second attachment we have the 13 inches RL Genesis barrel. For our third attachment we have the EAM Steady 90 grip. For our fourth attachment we have the Strike Face extended mag. And for our final attachment we have the vice grip.